Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Venderman here with FuturestraderElite. We're about to hop into some of these high time frame levels. I'll give it just a few minutes for people to get on. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. Such a move. We've had such a move to the upside after all that downside move. Give it just a few minutes here. Well, we've only got about 9. I'm going to go on and jump into these charts so that we can start looking over some things. Right now I have the chart set to the 15-minute. I'm going to hop this over real quick to the 4-hour so that we can have a look on the 4-hour. Excuse me. So overnight we drove all the way up and hit the 4-hour trend line and rejected right back here. Rejected right here. So right now we have we're currently trading around 982. This 4-hour zone up top is 134 to 144, and this lower zone is 890 to 900, and then we have one just below that from 831 to 841. We have a lot of imbalance on the chart on this drive back up after this drop. We got 133 to 207 needs filled. We got 467 to 528 that needs filled, and we have 709 to 832 that needs filled. I'm going to hop this over to the 1-hour. So here on the 1-hour we have our bullish trend line and we have our bearish trend line up here. This is looking a whole lot like a huge flag right here, and now we're kind of in the wedge of these trend lines. You know, we're to the bottom side of our wedge here, so you know, say maybe they open the market today and want to drive it up to the upper trend line. We got a ways to go. We're not quite at 25,000. That's about 131 or 2, so we got 130 points or so to move to the upside in the range to look for some rejection. That's kind of what I'll be watching for this morning. The golden pivot is at 670. We have a R1 pivot at 342 up here inside the imbalance. We have a S1 pivot down here, 286, which is below a 4-hour precision entry zone from 321 to 331. So we've got a lot of things on the chart. We just need to see how they want to react when they open the market today. And then we'll just have to build trade plans around that. That's the 60-minute. I'll hop this down to the 15-minute and have a look, see what it looks like. I mean, look at that 15-minute chart. That is just insane. They pushed this thing all the way down to like 24,000 it was, I think. We're up about, we went up over 1,000 points in this drive right here. So, I mean, that's kind of looking up for us when you think about it. I mean, this is a bullish run, but it's a bullish run inside a bearish sediment. So, you know, things are overall bearish. That looks really good, but that's just not going to cut it. when you, I'm going to hop this back over to the 4-hour again. I mean, now when you look at it, it looks bullish on the 15-minute chart. And when you look at it on the 4-hour chart, it just, I mean, that's a bullish leg, don't get me wrong, but that's not bullish in the overall picture at all. Nope, nowhere near bullish in this picture. I mean, we're down here on the chart, right in this area. And to even get real positive or bullish thinking on this, as far as maybe in a high time frame sense of the matter, we need to break 25.5 or so, or a little better. We need to get through this right here, all this little area, and then we still got a ways to go, but getting up here and breaking this level, breaking 25.5 would look a whole lot better on us. And hey, they might try to push it up there. Who knows? I mean, it's 500 points. We moved 1,000 yesterday. So yeah, we got looking at it on the 4-hour, it's looking kind of like a nasty chart, but 25.5, you know, say they push that up there today, I could see getting sort of on the bullish side of things. We come from where we're at now, break this level right here, and then, you know, we need to start targeting 26,000. So the key is get 25.5 and then look at it, make plans as far as the highs after that, because we're in a bearish market, we need to be thinking about what's going to happen if they push it to the downside. So now that they had pushed this low end down here around 24,000, that's 1,000 points away from where we're at. We definitely don't need them to open the market and try to keep pushing this down at all. That's bad news for us. As you can see, that's the lowest low on my chart. What we put in the other day, I only have 180 days loaded. If you go out to 365, you know, you can start pinpointing some others, but that just tells you in the last 6 months, you know, we're at the low. We had put in the lowest point in the last 6 months. We need to keep this price up here, which it's staying up there pretty good. So I'm gonna hop it back down to the 15-minute. Well, I'm gonna hop it down to the 1. We only have 1 minute before the market opens. I got the rambling and wasn't even paying attention to my chart. Got about 6 seconds. So here we go. See what they're able to do here at the open. Excuse me. We got let's see what that line is right there. I was rambling on and I didn't even check everything. That was a prior high right here. 56. Got to watch them for that. They might try to take it short right there. Hope everybody's doing well and prepared this morning. Excuse me. Got us a eval here, so I was hoping we'd find some kind of rejection right there at that prior high. I'm going to treat this with a little more risk because it's eval. Try to pass it in one day. Come on, let's push down. Excuse me. Come on. Get that rejection. They put this imbalance in on this 1 minute chart all the way down to here. Come on, let's go. Put this stop in, and I'm gonna move this up to 4. Follow it. Excuse me, guys. Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and close out of that. It was a decent first trade of the day. Taking it out of that prior high. I'm gonna hop this over to the 5 minute real quick. We got plenty of imbalance zones to the downside. I'm just trying to pinpoint maybe some entry areas. If we were to take off and move to the downside. We got our 4-hour zone down here, 890 to 900, and then we got this green imbalance zone on a higher time frame. I think I put that on the 1, and now we have some 5-minute imbalance right here. So, and look at it's getting close to the golden pivot down here at 670. So, if they push it to the downside, I mean that's a long ways away, but in the grand scheme of things, it could get down there faster than we think. Just see what they want to do here in a minute. They got the ATR running about 35, and it's just it's not moving around a whole lot here at the open. You know, we got about 7-8 minutes before we can look at a 15-minute candle. Let them put that in so we can mark it out on the opening range in the 15 and see what it is we're working with here. If anybody has any questions, just throw them in the chat. Excuse me. They had such an amazing run up yesterday. They pushed this thing so well. I really hope they don't let it break down today after pushing 1,000 points yesterday. So we'll see. Hey, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Melinda. Melinda's here with us this morning. Come on, let's go. Let's push. Excuse me. There we go. Push it. Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Looking for them to tackle this high right here. You know, maybe even push past it. Yep. Come on, let's go. Push that high. The high of the 4-hour candle that we are on currently putting in is 109.75. I'll take this dip. What are they doing? Faking us out? That looked a little push down, sweep the 50 EMA. You're not going to trick me out of this just yet. Let's look at the data box real quick. What's this purple line down here? That's the prior close down here at 958. Would they go down there and try to sweep that maybe? Excuse me. They may come down here, prior close, sweep it, find support there, and come up. Or, I mean, they might try to keep on taking us down. We have a higher time frame trend line down here. Come on, let's go. Excuse me. Look at all these all this right here, though, where all these wicks. So we got to think about this little area right here. They should come back up here and, you know, at least test this area where I have my order set. But we'll see. Let's go. Come on. Nice. They come down there, tried to tap at prior close right here like we was just talking about. And then it almost touched it with that wick there. And did you see that momentum coming to there where they come down there and tap that? I like that. Great start to the morning. Got about another, well, here about 4 seconds. We are going to put in, I'm going to hop this over to the 15-minute. We can put in open range. So our opening range is right about here. Switch that over to the orb. Get out of that. Now let's go back down to the 1 minute. Excuse me. All right. All right, all right, all right. Oh, stop me out. How about that? All right, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and rotate out of this here. Let me see. All right, so what I'm looking for here is I would like to break out of the opening range. If we break out of the opening range, then we got to think about this back here. That's at 90, 91, 92, and this up here is about 100. So you got to think if we break out of the top of this box, we need to pay attention to those two levels because that's what we're going to have to break. We're going to have to crack those in order for continuation to the upside. I'm going to draw me some lines up here. That way, kind of visually, we can kind of see if it does come out of the top of the box. Kind of whipping, well, not whipping, but it just them are some decent sized candles on the 1 minute, and the ATRs around 40, 45. Excuse me. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. Stay safe. Sit on the hands if your trade plan's not there. Excuse me. Yeah, I know, right? ATR, it's up there. It should smooth on out here in the next 15 minutes, maybe a little bit. Maybe about that time we'll be breaking out of the opening range. You know, they break out to the top side or the downside. I'm gonna take the break. Well, I might not take the break right off the bat. I was thinking I would just take it as soon as it does it, but I also don't want to get caught up in a sweep today. Say they come down here and were to bust out of the bottom of this box. I don't want to go short because this trend line's right here below it. So I might, if I do some scalping, I'll scalp out of the bottom of this box, but I'll be trying to cover it to trend line and go long. And then, you know, if they come out of the top of this, we have these two lines right here. One's at 92, one's at 102. So we got a 10 point here. You know what? Let's just draw us a box up there. 92 to 102. Then we can get rid of these lines. Just to see, because these are highs to the left of the chart. Then it could come out of here. If we're overextended, say on the momentum indicator, might be trying to decide if we want to take a short up there. already up really good so far this morning. A couple good trades here right at the open. You know, I don't want to jump back in this though with anything too crazy. Kind of like it to put these trade plans together and see if we get the price to come to us. You know, I'm gonna say that I want to be in this because the way, as of right now, if they push this up pretty fast, I want to go short right there because of this back here. So I'm going to leave my orders sitting there for now. First reaction, short, and see if it can pay us. But I'm only doing that right now because this momentum indicator is getting to the overbought area. And if they turn this around and put in some quick candles up here, that'll definitely be way overbought. So I'd be willing to take that first reaction play in hopes of the events that it would suck back down. You know, I don't know what all you guys watch, but watching crude oil, I mean, wow, what a day it had yesterday. I think it had everybody freaking out about gas prices, and it's just, it amazes me some of the things that you read or see or hear about. Well, crude oil tapped almost 120 yesterday a barrel, and by the time the day ended, it was back down in the 80s. So there was a whole lot of people freaking out about this, and that. And of course, if you ever watch crude oil, that's an insane move for them. I'd say on average, oil might move $3 to $6 on a good day, and for it to move that much, wow. We have got, let's see, we're coming up on, well, we got 7 minutes or so before we hit 9 o'clock. So I guess we're just going to have to weed through all this. Oh yeah, the price of oil, the barrels, yeah, it had to do with what's going on with Iran. Those economical waves that happen, something. I mean, I don't really understand why it spikes so much. I mean, that's the thing about the market, is that's all institutions, market makers, and retail. Everybody trading, and there's no reason that it should have went up that high, but it did. And the tell-all, the story is, what, it should have never went that high, considering that crude oil is trading at $87 a barrel right now. So, I mean, while we're sitting here waiting on that to do something, let's look at that. So this is crude oil. Let's pop this 5-minute chart out right here. Excuse me. It opened up, and look at that gap up right there. Got up here to 119.50. And when all this happened right here, every gas station in America started raising their prices. And for what reason? Because it came right back down. I mean, what is that about? Screw over the people. That's what it's all about. But that's an insane move right there for crude oil. Crazy, crazy. I can't be messing with crude oil. I have never really traded that thing much, ever. And then I messed around with it a little bit. And that thing, like, one contract is, when it moves $1. If crude moves $1 with one contract, that's $1,000. It's like $100 for every 10 cents or something like that. I'm like, golly. Yeah, I know, right? It's dangerous. I blew some evals trying to play around with it. I said, I'm getting away from that. I definitely wouldn't get. I mean, it's like anything else. I've never put the time into the charts on it or anything like I have NQ and MNQ and gold and all that. I'm sure if I sat back and marked up the chart, it'd be a different story, but I don't really want to get into trading it. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Melinda. If one was to trade it and could get it under their belt, that'd definitely be a good scalping instrument to trade, I would think. All right, so here we are. We're about to bust out of the bottom of this, out of this range. See if they sweep it or if they push it down. I want to see them get a push down here to this trend line. And then I want to cover. I got my buy down here. I want to cover down here to the trend line. And then maybe if they tap it or sweep it, I want to go long. And I should have listened to myself earlier. Hopefully they don't do this right here like that. They might just be sweeping the opening range right here. And then taking this back up, which we had talked about that earlier. I'm hoping that ain't what they want to do. I'm looking for another push down. Putting up a little more risk than usual here in this eval. What time do I go over the market? I usually try to get on about 15 minutes before the stream, actually before the bell. So about 8:15 Central, 8:20. It don't take real long to go over everything. And we must be not lagging much because you responded really fast today. I guess that the lag ain't too bad, which is a good thing. All right, so we got out that there. I'm going to try to give us a little bit of room to breathe with at least 5 of these. I'm looking for a drop to the trend line is what I want. Is it what the market's going to give me today? We'll see. Because we also got this 4-hour box down here. You know, we'll see what happens here. Matter of fact, I don't even want to give it that much room to breathe, really. I'm going to move this down a little bit here. You know, if they come back and stop me out, hey, it is what it is. Still a great start to the day, so. So what I'm going to do, we'll see if they want to push this on down. We still got some room to expand on the momentum indicator. And this trend line puts us about 920. I'm going to try to get into this down here. All the way down, see if they try to come down to this 4-hour box. Don't do this. I'm putting up risk on this eval because I just don't really care. It's eval. But this is also about a learning curve a little bit. So I'm here to teach what's possible and what not to do and what to do. So I know it might look kind of crazy at the moment, but you know, you put I got all my orders set down here, but I can also scale out of this. It don't mean it might come down here and tag every one of these. It might only tag the first 5 and then I'll cover some, because if it looks like it's going to go against me and I go in the green, I will try to start scaling out That way, when it does go down and pick up more, that I don't have that many. But we'll see here. Like, we should get us a pushback maybe to right here. This goes back to the theory I talk about all the time. If you watch these charts, they'll come back and tap these wicks to fill that imbalance right there on these pop-ups. Look at that, just like that. Went up there and popped it. We're going to follow this with 2. It'll leave us with 1. Move this down to 1. I'm going to put my last one down here. Look at that. We're going to sell 1 up here. We'll follow this up. Get it back to that wick there. Come on, let's go. Don't you do it. All right. All right, we're going to move this to 1. We're going to move this up to the opening range. We'll follow with this one. Bring it to this wick. In case I want to push this back down, because I want to get in down here if they come down here. I'll put this last cover up here around the 50 EMA. Hey, thanks, Melinda. Yeah, it's been a good start to the day already for sure. I am trading a little more aggressive than I usually do on stream. This is the first time I've been this aggressive since I've been trading live. But you know, all I can say is don't follow my lead, but I will walk you through. I will walk you through everything I'm looking at. All right, so we get stopped out. We get stopped out. Let's see here. Oh, my screen, I'm lagging here. All right, now look at this. We're going to get us pushed back down. You know, oh, come on, come down here and pick it up. Yeah, hey, I appreciate it, Cole. Yeah, Melinda, there ain't nothing wrong with being aggressive. It's just you got to have a plan around the aggression that you're throwing into the market. You know, there's a difference between click, click, click on that mouse for no reason, but we have reasoning behind our idea. You know what I mean? So took the orb to the trend line. Hey, man, I appreciate that, Cole. That's what it's about. You know, I do anything I can to teach what I know. I've spent a long time learning myself, so there's no greater joy for me than to teach what I do know and for someone else to be able to use what I know. Because as far as I'm concerned, as retail, we all need to be taking what we can from the market. But we need to be doing it safely and smart. You did a great job by taking that trade. So it looks like we come down here, tag. Look, what are they trying to do? Look at this. This looks like inversion long right here. This flagpole to the downside and this right here. This looks just like inversion long. If they can find some legs here, you know what? I'm going to get in here right there. Come on, let's go. Don't you reject off the 50. Come on, let's go. I'm going to move these right here because this is shaping up to look like something a little different. This does look just like an inversion long. We get a break of structure right up here at the 25. Man, they're going to send this. Do they have it, though? I don't want to get trapped. We've had too good of a start to the day. I do not want to get trapped in this mess if they reject here. Look at that. I got orders open. Green trend line is what time frame? When you have time. I got all the time in the world, Melinda. Let's look at that. Let's hop over to 15 minute. I think I drew that on the 1 hour of the 15 minute. So that's a 15-minute. Let's hop over the 1 hour. All right, Melinda. So I don't know what you know about trend lines, but say that I look at this on the 1 hour. This is not a good trend line because look, it does not start down here on the wick. These should not be protruding through it. So what I'm going to do, we're going to clean this up because we want to make sure it's in the right spot. And I know it sounds a little silly, but you got to make sure that these trend lines are right and touching where they need to touch, because if you put them on there sloppy like this right here, you don't truly know, because there's been many times where a candle will come down and literally just wick a trend line, and if you don't have it just right, you'll miss an entry if you're playing the trend line, or you'll miss an X or whatever you're trying to do. But what I'm getting at, I'm drawing this on the 1 hour. Now we're going to hop to the 15. Every time you go to a lower time frame, you have to adjust the trend line so that it's touching the right way, because it don't stay stationary like it should. So we need to make sure that we get this touching from wick to wick. I don't do body to body or no mess like that. So if I go back to, let's say, this wick right back here, I'm going to touch that wick, and then you can see we're kind of busting through it up here. We're going to leave it there for now because we can't put it at the bottom of this candle until we see what the market's going to give us. But that you know, all that's part of my precision trading course. I go a lot deeper into some things like that. Cole has the he's an elite member. You know, he's been through it. I probably need to add some stuff to it, but to the course, but it goes in depth on a whole lot of things that I probably won't never do here on the live, because it wouldn't be fair to those that took the course. Oh yeah, no problem, Melinda. Anytime, anytime. So we got us a little. See, I'm glad. I was thinking about trying to get long up here, thinking they wanted to push it, and then look at that drop. I mean, just crazy. It's a huge drop, almost 100 points already. Although I want to get long down here. This could be a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. This is our 4-hour precision entry zone. Only reason I'm willing to go long down here, not only because it's the 4-hour, but we're oversold on the momentum indicator on every single time frame, 1, 2, and 5. You see, I size down. I'm only doing 2 at a time at the moment. That is because, one, I'm already in the green, and it's easier to scale in and out than going 5 at a time. You know, look at this wick right here to the upside that they put in. I'm going to put a sell right here. See if they get a push to that. Excuse me. You know, we should definitely get a push to that wick. It's imbalance in the zone, in the chart, if they don't come back and tap it. Just like that. Now I'm going to put a stop here, because if they come on down and pick these others up, I don't want to be in the trade. Now I'm out of the trade. I locked in some green, and if they do come back down and tap our zone again, I won't have, 6. Now I can only have 4, because I'm not going to change how many I want down there. Now, if they come up here and break this right here on the 1 minute, 931, 932, if they break this structure, it's a micro break on the 1 minute, but that could be the setup of a turnaround. Our momentum indicators are in a position of where we can go up. Took a long at 6. Nice. Nice, Cole. Good good eye. I don't have that on one of my charts, but that's a good eye. So, you know, look, I'm going to take these off for now because I don't trust this now that we've been down in the box. We could be getting a push past that 4-hour zone. Even though our indicators are oversold, that don't mean they can't stay down here and go sideways for a little while. We have to see what they want to build here. When we look at this, they put the flagpole in. Wow, before I could even draw the daggone box, they're already trying to do something. But anyhow, I was going to draw this box right here. So what we're looking at, we got the flagpole down. They could build something right here for the inversion long. Although typically on an inversion long, you're going to get a hard down move, and it won't spend too much time down here. It's not a dead cat bounce, but they'll get a hard move down, maybe do a little bit like they are here, and then shoot right back up. Or you'll come down, you'll consolidate in this zone right here, and then finally, after you get some distribution down here and get the break out of the zone, you'll get the push. And it's hard to confuse certain trades like the inversion long and the dead cat bounce. A dead cat bounce is practically straight down, straight up. You know, there's no consolidation down here at all. It just hits a zone and takes off the other way. Inversion longs are more, they come down, they do some kind of little flagging here, some little consolidation, and just rip to the upside. I'm going to take, we hit the 100% fib. I think I'm going to take, I kind of want to take a long right here, but I want to do it small. Let's see. Yeah. Nice deal, Cole. That's what I like. He said he already hit it. I'm going to take just one micro here and see what they want to do here. And I'm going to go to the 50 with my sale. I need to rotate out of some accounts. I'm copy trading some evals. I hadn't touched none of my fundeds. I got in a little bit of trouble with one of those the other day that I hadn't touched, and I need to try to get back at it with that. And see, I won't be aggressive like this when I'm in my funded. Not this aggressive. Well, I tell you what, I do not teach the orb. It's not in my precision trading course. That's something that I just kind of started doing after the fact, because you know, you can never have too many tools in the toolbox. And I started just paying attention to it. A lot of people trade the orb strategy with different time frames. Some people prefer, you know, the 30, the 1 hour, this and that. I only use it on the 15, and I only use it as confluence with everything else that I'm doing. We get this pullback here. I just dollar cost averaged in. I might be kicking myself in a minute. I don't want to have 5. I only wanted 1. So, nice. Yeah. Let's see if we can get this to suck back up here. I don't necessarily wait for the retest all the time. as a teacher, I would have to tell you to absolutely wait on the retest. It depends on every trader is different. You know, if you've been trading a while and kind of understand the flow of some things, you can kind of do it however you want, as long as you have tight risk management and know what you're doing. You know, I often play first reaction plays, straight up breaks, because I also know how to manage trades if they go against me without getting emotional about it. And that's the kicker on why you almost want to wait for the retest. Because if you can't keep your emotions out of the trade, then you could get in a lot of trouble real fast. Come on, let's go. Let's get this push. DC8 into the trade. Beautiful. You know, we get knocked out. Okay, I'm good with that. You would probably scalp the break, then play. Yay. That sounds, I mean, if you can put a trade plan around doing it that way, I'm not going to pretend like it's not something that I would do, because I've done the same thing numerous times. Scalp the break, have tight risk. If I get stopped out, I'll wait for the retest. That's thinking like a pro on the fly when it comes to intraday trading. At least in my opinion, it's trading like a pro. But yeah, you just have to do what works for you, you know. You see, we got this big wick back down in here in this 4 hour just now. You know, they're really planning something here. The fact that we are oversold so much tells me that they're probably going to want to push this up. I'm going to take just one. Hey, what's going on, Spence? We'll see what happens here. You know, I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? Goes against us. We lose a little bit. We go in small. They're building something down here. And I think they want to rip this to the upside. Question is when are they going to release it? You know, they're protecting this 4 hour zone down here. We got our consolidation box in here. And, you know, I'm going to put my sell up here this time because I think they're going to make the push. And when they do, it's going to be a glorious push. Move my chart down some. Matter of fact, I'm going to move this up here. Look at this. Let's go. Push this thing. I'm going to put my stop down here just in case. Give us some room to breathe. Let's go. Now, are they going to reject off the 50? I think they have the legs under it to move this on up. They kind of built out, consolidated in the box down here. You know, they might come back and tap me out. I don't think they're going to come back down here though, but they do need to break. They need to close above 970. We get another push and close above 970. We should be to the upside. And the reason, without them breaking 970, we still have potential to go back down. So they need to break structure on this 1 minute. Come on, let's go. They get through this 50 and break 970. We're gone. Come on, let's go. You can do it. There you go. Come on. You got close up there. 3, 2, 1. Close. All right. We closed at 970. 971. Something like that. Let's go. I'm going to move my sell up here and protect myself just under this candle for now. I'm going to move his stop up here to this green line. Try and see if we can give some room to breathe. Either we'll get stopped out or we're gonna rip. I'm sorry if y'all can hear one of my Great Danes back there. He's being noisy. He must need some attention. Nice buy signal on the 1 minute. We didn't get it on the 2 minute at the same time, so it don't mean near as much. Although I've seen buy signals get thrown in on the 1 minute chart and it move 100 points. So just depends on the day. 1 micro up $100. I mean, what a base hit off 1 micro. Can't complain about that. Love my base hits. I'm gonna let it ride and see what happens. We are in the oversold territory on the 1 minute indicator, momentum indicator. We're getting there. Well, we got a little ways to go on the 2 minute. The 5 minute has lots of room to expand. So with there being a lot of room on the 5 minute to expand, you could expect maybe some pullbacks. You know, maybe come back to the bottom of the orb or the trend line to the 50 EMA, somewhere in there. You could see that happening and then still get the push to the upside. That's why I watched the momentum indicator on 3 different time frames, because even though it could be oversold or overbought on the 1 minute and even the 2 minute, the 5 minute kind of gives you a smooth look on, okay, so we are, but on the lower time frame we are, but what about the 5 minute? What about the 15 minute? I'm going to pull this over real quick so we can look at that. Look at where we are on the 1 minute here and the 2 minute. The 1 minute's already up there, way overbought, ready to curl. The 2's not quite to the dash line at 80, but look at all this room for expansion on the 5 minute. So that tells you, okay, we can, this 1 minute here can pull back to the 50-yard line down here. This one could pull back to the 50. This one's below the 50-yard line. So these could pull back for the bounce and still have expansion on the 5 minute. That's why it's so important to watch several different time frames, at least in my opinion. So I'm going to leave my order down here and let it breathe a little bit because of the pullback that we could put in. And hopefully, say it pulls back, cools the momentum indicator off a little bit, and then we get expansion to the upside. Great start to the day. Hope everybody's green. Hope everybody's got a game plan together. Look at this. Come on, expansion. Let's do it. 1 micro, $150, base hit. I'm going to move this sell up here into this zone right here, because if they get a good enough push here, then they could try to break and sweep out of the top side of this orb. And if they do get up there, we should be overbought even on the 5 minute. And I'll be ready to exit and go short probably. Trading. Whatever. If it's your first time here, you know, you can come join the Discord for free. If can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, X. Give me a like and a follow there, would be greatly appreciated. We show up every day here to stream live at 8:30. We usually get on a little bit early so that we can break down structure on the higher time frame and put a game plan together before we even get before the bell rings. I'm going to grab this link here to Gumroad. I'll throw that in the chat. Excuse me. What a day, what a day. I threw the link into the chat from the precision trading course if anybody's interested in looking at that. It goes to a whole lot of what we do here live on stream. You know, I'm all about precision entry zones, imbalance zones, zone boxes, pivots, trend lines. Everything has a purpose. There's a piece to the puzzle. If you do like having, you know, indicators and everything, I've got indicators as well on Gumroad for NinjaTrader 8 and for TradingView. The kill zone indicator is a separate indicator that I built for both platforms, but then there are indicator packs for NinjaTrader and TradingView that come with the precision buy sell indicator. Gives you the buy and sell arrows on the chart, support and resistance lines, and a volume weighted MACD that I built. All three of those come together in the packs, but the kill zone is separate. Got us a nice push here. I'm going to move my stop here. I'm going to move it up here to the 50 EMA. We're going to look. I'm going to give. Let's pull TradingView back into the screen and see what our indicators are doing over there. You can see on the 1 minute. Look, we've got a crossover here, but then look, 1 minute. Just turned it real quick. The 2 is up there, and look at the 5 is just now crossing the 50-yard line for more expansion. So we could expand up here. I'm going to be looking at the 81. Let's move back to the NinjaTrader chart and see where my order's at. It's at 92. We was looking at 81 is right down here at the top of the opening range. Look at that, 1 micro. Over 200 bucks. Base hits. We timed it. We walked through it. We got in it down here. We put this chop box in down here. Talking about the break of the box. You know, coming out of that chop. Got in on the initial break. And give it plenty of room to breathe. Beautiful trade. Hey, did any of y'all get down here in this zone? Out of this chop box for the long? I hope somebody did. What a morning. What a morning. We got a very good entry down here out of this box, that's for sure. Wow, are you still in it at 14? So you're in it down here inside the box? Or right here out of this break here, out of the box? You got good entry too. Got a better entry than I did. I like it. Go over here and see what kind of imbalance we might have on the 5 minute. I do see some. I got you. We got some imbalance on the 5 minute chart from, let's say, about 960 to 980. There's some imbalance right here in the 5 minute chart. So if we can get, you know, I'm going to go short up here if we can get this push all the way up here. Hopefully we don't get no pullback right here to that zone, because I think if we got room to expand on the 5 minute to where maybe we can get up into this box up here and then maybe go short from up there. And maybe, just maybe, if we can get the fill up here, cover and fill, maybe by the time it gets up there, we get the push and can maybe come back down here and fill the imbalance down here, maybe. Got us a nice base hit here out of our zone. What was that? We moved over 100 points out of that zone. 120, 130, something like that. This is how you this is how we find them areas and catch a 100-point move or better. I know it's easy to look back at this and think, you know, people all the time, it's easy to look back to the left of the chart after the chart is formed. The whole point of zone boxes and imbalance zones and precision entry zone boxes and all that is all about finding that entry for that move and not looking back and saying, well, had I did this or done that, I'd catch it. Well, that don't work. You got to figure out how to catch those moves and be in them early, which all boils back down to structure. There's not an indicator out there that's going to tell you that move is going to happen. It's all about being able to read structure on chart. I rely on structure, being able to read structure on a chart. Like, that's my number one go-to as a technical trader. So now here we are, we're getting close to the top. The 5 minute it's getting there. The 5 minute chart still has room for expansion. We could still get a push here. What I would like to see is for them to get a push here and sweep out of the top of the orb, snag all them, it'll cover me, get me out of the trade, and go short. And as you can see with what's going on this 1 minute candle right now, they're finding some exhaustion in this leg up. Plus we're getting to the high on the day. So we'll see if they have enough legs in them to get another push up here. Excuse me. We're getting close. I mean, a little bit further up and we'd catch a 200-point move here if they keep pushing up. But I don't know that they can make it up there. Although look at how we got that high time frame trend line up there going through that zone box. Look at that. I just now noticed that. We should be a little too exhausted by the time it gets up to where my orders are at, though. Although that don't mean nothing. It could push all the way up there. I hope it don't, because then it'll be against me once I cover and go short. Nice. Hey, oh, I mean, I like what you are saying there. I have things on my chart for months all the time, and any good trader should, because you have to have, trade plans sitting around on a chart. Sometimes there's been weeks go by where we ain't even close, but I'll talk about something that might happen, and that's the thing. It might not happen today. All right, we covered. We're out. Look at that. Wow, what a trade. And then we'll see if I get filled up here. But yeah, it could be weeks before something hits, even months. The idea of it all, I'm going to close this out. I don't want to go short here because they came up here, tagged the bottom of this, got me out of the trade, and exhaustion's happening. If they put in a first red candle right here after this leg, it's kind of what the trade plan was. They're going to get up here, they're going to fill me, and I'm going to go short if they sweep it. And my thought process was, well, they'll probably put in a first red candle if they get up to this zone with what the momentum indicator was looking like. Now we just have to see what they actually do. I'm going to hold out, though. Man, I wasn't prepared. I'm going to go short right here. I had to rotate out. I wanted to get in at that candle close. So I think worst case scenario here is they try to push this a little bit. I think that we should find some downside because we're getting exhausted. So I'm going to hold out here. I'm going to try to be patient. I switched over to another eval. I was copy trading those other ones. I'm going to trade this one by itself. I hope. I can't see us getting the push of the trend line, but because we're up here, the whole number of 100 is right here inside this box. So yeah, I see that. It is, isn't it? It is the, I got a line on my chart for that. My dog back there crying. Oh wait, I need to pay. I wasn't looking at the chart. I got in too heavy too early. I don't really like that. I'm gonna get a few more. Because this thing could dance around. It could dance around. Ouch. Could dance around up here and trade sideways up here on this momentum indicator. Mm-mm-mm. Come on, let's find the rejection. Come on. Such a good start to the day. Now I done got in here too heavy. Let's go. Let's find the rejection. Hey. That was the Great Dane saying hello. Come on, let's go. I'm going to drag this stop in case we get this down candle. We need this candle to close red. Come on. Push down. No, don't do that. Push down. Come on, let's go. Ah. Let's go. Man, I just thought, I ain't gonna lie, I thought I was about to lose this eval. Come on, let's go. Let's go. I need to make sure I protect myself here. Come on. We need a hard drop out of this leg. Surely they can bring us down to the 50 EMA or so. Come on. Let's go. Come on. No. Well, I at least got to protect myself. I'm going to try to let this breathe with these last 5 for a second here and see if we're going to get this death candle right here somewhere. I thought that I was about to lose that eval. Possibly. Now maybe we can get a big move to the downside maybe. You know, they still have this imbalance down here that we put in on the 5-minute down here at the bottom of this orb. But I'll hold on to these 5 because if they try to push this up, I will dollar cost average into this on up here somewhere. Nice. Excuse me, guys and gals. Anybody get in up here to try to go short? Excuse me. I need to get us a good push down. I'm still down in this eval, a couple $100 or better. Nice. Great job, Jeff. I'm going to try to hold on to it here and give it a little bit of room to breathe. And maybe have to buy some more if it goes against me here. I don't want to buy more if it goes against me. Unless we get closer to this 4-hour zone. Although I don't know. They might bust me if I hold on that long. I don't know how much drawdown I have left on this eval. I might not be able to get in up there without busting it. So live and we learn. We live and we learn. It's exhausted up here though. I don't think that I have enough. I'm pretty sure I don't have enough drawdown for it to get up there. It'll probably pop me out if it goes against me much more. Come on. Push down. Let's go. Push down. Oh. Just get me the push down. Can I get repositioned in this thing? Yeah, it's going to get me. Gonna get me. What not to do, 101. I'm in it now though, so. Let's go. No. It's so exhausted. They'll probably pop me out of this eval and then drop hard. Typical. Come on, let's go. Give me a hard push down. Come on, let's go. Man, just give it to me. I don't want to do it. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Push. Man. So, it boils down to, yeah, they're about to pop this. There ain't no way. Yeah. Ain't no way. Why ain't that thing blowed yet? Must be some kind of delay. Usually if you're in an eval with Tradeify or any prop firm, I know it's past my drawdown. I don't know why they hadn't canceled this thing out yet. There it is. Well, you saw it live. I knew that they was going to pop that thing. Oh well. So now that we're up there, getting close to that, we are going to, I'm going to switch over to a funded account here. And I'm going to try to play the sweep of this box in Trendline. And this is way more aggressive than I ever get in a funded account, but we're going to do it anyway. We are overbought on the 1, 2, and 5 pretty heavy. So I would be comfortable for this to do one of these wick out ordeals. Come up here, I wouldn't care if it filled every one of those, because we got to be finding, we have to be finding some kind of rejection. I'm gonna mute myself real quick. I'm gonna let this play out, and I will be right back, guys. Hang tight. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to turn my mic back on. If you was watching, you can see my funded account got the breach hit on it, so it got shut down as well. Luckily, Tradeify has a breach like that, so it ain't blown, but it is what it is. So, and now, amongst other things that I was doing, trying to take care of, it looks like I missed the entry for this, but there might still be a short play to be made here. I appreciate it, Melinda. It's part of it. Ain't no sweat. I don't get emotional about any of that. It's just part of it. So we got coming back to retest the 4-hour zone, tapping into the trend line right now. So, you know, maybe they try to do a retest here for a leg up, but I don't think so. There's a lot of exhaustion in the chart. So they may be looking for a bigger move to the downside. But I'm going to sit on my hands for now and just hold out. Yeah. Come on, girl. Excuse me. We got a little bit of imbalance here on the 5-minute. Right about there, we have some imbalance on the 5-minute chart. Little bit of imbalance. And I'm going to play that imbalance. If we can get down there and tag it, I'll take it long and be sweeping well below the 50 EMA. Come down here, tag that box. I'll try to get long there probably. Hope everybody's staying safe and staying green. We had a really good start to the day. We finally got that exhaustion that I was looking for up here at the top. It just got me stopped out before it did it, which is typical. That tends to be what happens when you switch to a funded account. We got lots of room for expansion to the downside on the 5-minute chart, but the one, of course, you can see is trying to curl back up for a bounce here. It could be a short-lived bounce, though, because it could just roll back over down here on the momentum indicator. Did anybody take this short up in this area or in a short right now from that? If you did, great job. Great job. The ATR is down around 15. And it looks like my charts froze. There we go. My whole screen was locked up a little bit there. Looks like my Ninja Trader charts froze again. I don't have, yeah, ain't nothing moving on it. Nothing like losing connection. Today is the excuse me. Today's the last day of the sale at Bull and Ox for the 89% off unless they extend it, which they might. They're known to extend their sales just like Apex. Hop us over to a bigger time frame. We'll go up to the 15-minute and have a look at the 15-minute chart. See what all's we're looking at overhead. Got a big imbalance box up here. 212 to 359. Some 4-hour zones up here. Next one is 198 to 209, 208. And the one above that's 229 to 239. I discussed something about this area, I think in the beginning of the stream, maybe one day last week, or it might have been yesterday morning, I can't remember, about this here, about having to get through this level. And to really get a bullish take on things, we really need to break 25.5 up here in this area, take this high out to make this chart look a little different. I'm gonna hop over to the 4-hour so you could probably see a little better about what I'm talking about with that. So here we are right now. And then if we take out 25.5, we get up to this area, which will take all this out. And take all this out right here. That'll look better on us to the bullish side, you know, as we try to target the highs and all that on NQ. But first we need to get above that. 25.5 is going to make the chart look a lot different. It's going to get us out all the stink of the bearish sentiment and all that. It'll still be bearish until we can break some other levels, but You know, we get back up here, we'd be looking real good if we could take them levels out. All right, Melinda. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, you'll get there. Nothing wrong with the way you're doing it. You'll get there. And we should be here. Hopefully we're still live. Excuse me. Is that what I said? I mean, live streaming. That's funny. Yeah, me and you both, hopefully. Almost had a double top up here. Not too far from it. ATR is down to about 12, 13 on the 1 minute. We're extended up here, that's for sure. Wow. I just now was paying, hadn't been paying attention, but gold made a move sometime or another. I don't know when it started driving up like that again. Oh, looks like overnight last night. Gold's back up over 5,200. Pretty nice move. It was, I think, below 5 yesterday or close to 5. You guys have any questions, just throw them in the chat. If something you want to go over. Any key levels that you guys are watching. That ATR done slowed down, and we might be hanging out up here to chop around a little bit, it looks like. The way that they're hanging around up here, right above this 4-hour zone, is letting the momentum indicators drain to the downside, and they're holding the price action, which has lead me to believe that they might be looking for a push to the upside. So they've been draining the momentum indicator down, trying to on the 1 and the 2 minute, but the 5 minute is still enough room to expand on the 5 minute momentum indicator to push that price all the way back down here if it really wanted to get moving to the downside. But that's not really what it looks like they're wanting to do. Got the see if they try to break down here, if they're going to protect this at the 50 EMA, maybe sweep it. ATR is down to 10. If they can break below, say like 117 or so, 115, might see more downside, decent downside to this. We also, though, have that imbalance that we got drawn on the chart there. This one right here. That I'll be keeping an eye on that. Is anybody in anything, or are they just kind of sitting on their hands waiting for something to show itself? Got some more imbalance in this area on the 5-minute chart, so if we could get like a sweep of the 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart, that would put us down in this area of this imbalance too on a 5-minute. I like that. That's a good idea. Go. Nice. Yeah, we definitely had some good trades early on. Looks like we could have some if they present themselves. There's some good trades still to be done. It looks like it just depends on how the market moves. Sounds like a good plan, Cole. There ain't a whole lot going on the charts, that's for sure right now. But getting the old workspace together on NinjaTrader, always a good idea. I'm probably going to sit here and fall asleep trying to wait for the market to wake back up and do something. I appreciate that, Cole. I don't know that it takes away from doing anything in particular. Of course, I know what my risk is, but if I'm going to be live, I don't want, this is more of an educational thing. I don't want people to, this ain't no kind of signal show or anything like that. And I don't want people to follow everything that I do. Each trader is true to who they are, and I've been messing around trading for quite some time, and different things come with different experience on the charts. I could probably get on here and do some things that I don't need to be doing live, and then I feel bad if somebody's trying to follow everything I do. But I do appreciate that. Look, I done lost connection again. It's a good thing I ain't trading. My chart's at a standstill. It's because I lost connection on NinjaTrader. The prop firm's disconnected on their own, so I don't have a data feed. See if they pull back up. Not getting any reaction. I'm still here, guys, but for some reason nothing's hooking up on NinjaTrader, so I'm gonna try to reboot that. See if we can get that to hook back up. What a mess. Here we go. Try to log back in here. Hopefully it's just on my side with the connection with NinjaTrader and you guys aren't having the same problem if you're on NinjaTrader. It's not, it won't even let me log back in now to NinjaTrader. Nope. Pull this trading view chart up for now while I'm trying to get over here. not having no such luck. Trying to log back in the Ninja Trader and it won't let me in. You can see the ATR is down about 12, 13. And now it looks like that chart's froze too. Maybe. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here for today because nothing is moving now. I'm going to have to reboot my system, it looks like. At least we had some good trades in this morning. And, you know, the market's not doing much anyway right now. So I will be back at it tomorrow morning, same time. Be on a little early to break down some higher time frame charts. I appreciate everybody who showed up today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe, stay green. Let them trades come to you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great day.